Hello viewers and welcome. This is question 17 of KCSE paper 1 2025 mathematics. It involves distance, time and speed and linear motion. So let's go through the question and see how we're supposed to solve it. The road connecting town A and town B is 160 kilometers long. A lorry traveling at an average speed of 45 kilometers per hour left town A for town B at 11:50 a.m. At the same time, a car traveling at an average speed of 75 kilometers per hour left town B for town A. The two vehicles met at C, a town along the road. Part A, determine 1. The time when the two vehicles met. The time when the two vehicles met. That is the first question. So you read through again for proper understanding, and then you need to get some concepts when you're solving a question on linear motion. Now, we have the two towns here, and the two towns are 160 kilometers apart. So town A is there, and then we have town B is there. So the two towns are 160 kilometers apart, and we have two vehicles. The lorry is traveling at an average speed of 45 kilometers from town A to town B. That direction is very important. The direction of the movement is very important. I will indicate it here. So the lorry is traveling in this direction at 45 kilometers per hour. This is the lorry, and it left at 11:50 a.m. Then at the same time, that means at 11:50 still, the car traveling at an average speed of 75 left B for A. So the car is moving in the opposite direction. It is moving in the opposite direction. So I'll indicate that direction at the speed of 75 kilometers per hour. So this is the car. And it left at the same time, 11:50 a.m. Now with that information, then the two vehicles met at C. C is a town, let's say somewhere there, just an approximation. C is there. They met here, a town along A and B. So determine the time when the two vehicles met. The time when the two vehicles met. Now, before you solve that question, you need to get the time taken for them to meet. How long did the two vehicles, the lorry and the car, take before meeting? How long did they take before meeting? That is what you're supposed to calculate. So time to meet is the first thing that you're supposed to calculate, and then that will help us to get the time when the two vehicles met. So time taken to meet. So time taken to meet is given by, when you have two bodies moving together, either in the same direction or maybe in the opposite direction, you have to get the relative distance. That is the distance between them. Relative distance. Then we divide by the relative speed. That is how we get the time taken to meet. Relative speed. You know how we calculate time. Time, you get it by distance divided by speed. But now you're using the relative distance. That is distance between them. And when you look at the distance between the two, because they began the journey at the same time, so at that time they were beginning, the distance between them is 160 kilometers. Then for the relative speed, looking at the direction of their movements, the lorry is moving from A to B, then car is moving from B to A. That is, they are moving in the opposite direction. So in such a case, to get the relative distance, we do add the two speeds. So 45 plus 75 kilometers per hour. So this will give 160 kilometers divided by, this is 120 kilometers per hour. So this one will get the answer in terms of hours, the hours taken. So 160 divided by 120, that gives 1/3 hours. 1/3 hours, or you can write it in terms of hours and minutes. So this is 1 hour and 20 minutes. That is the time taken to meet. Time taken to meet is there, 1 hour, 20 minutes. Now, to get the time when the two vehicles met now, you can simply either use the car started at 11:50, the lorry started at 11:50, you just take the starting time is 11:50, and then add the time taken to meet. This is what is going to give you the time when the two met. So when you add these, you'll get 10, this is 13. So you either write it as 13:10 hours, or you can write this one in 12-hour clock system, which is the same as 1:10 p.m. So that is the time when the two vehicles met. That is all for that part. We go to the other part. Part 2, the distance in kilometers from town A to C. The distance in kilometers from town A to C. So you need to get this distance from A to C. That's very easy. How do you get the distance? Distance, you get it by taking the speed multiplied by the time. So which speed are we going to use? Is it the relative speed? No. We shall use the speed of the lorry. The lorry is the one that is going to give us the distance from A to C. Because we're moving from A to C, we are going to use the lorry is the one that was moving from A to B. So we can get the distance from A to C by taking the speed of the lorry, which is 45 kilometers per hour, and then we multiply by the time taken from A to C. C is the meeting point, and you have already calculated the time taken to meet. The time here is 1 1/3 hours. It is 1 1/3 hours. So within 1 1/3 hours, what distance was covered there? So 1 1/3 hour, you can write that as 4/3 hours. And this gives, when you multiply these, you'll get by 3, this is 15. 15 times 4. This gives 60 kilometers. 60 kilometers as the distance from A to C. So we've simply taken the speed of the lorry, that is 45, multiplied by time from A to C. We've already calculated that time. We go to part B. Part B, the car stopped at town C for a period of 1 hour and 40 minutes. The lorry continued with its journey at the same speed of 45 kilometers per hour. After the stop, the car left town C for town A and arrived at its destination at the same time the lorry arrived at B. Determine the average speed of the car for the journey from C to A. The average speed of the car from C to A. So again, I'll draw this one just to explain what is happening here. So we have A, then you have the meeting point is there, C, and then you have B. So the car, remember the car is moving in this direction. The car is moving in this direction. So first of all, the car moved up to the meeting point. We just calculate the time taken to meet from B to C. This is the car. It used the same time, 1 hour, 20 minutes. Then upon reaching at C, the car also stopped there for 1 hour and 40 minutes. And then it continued. It continued with the journey from C to A. Now we need to answer the question. Now from this distance, from C to A, what was the speed? What was the speed? And how do we get the speed? We'll get the speed by taking the distance divided by the time taken. So already we have the distance from C to A. We have it from the previous part, that is A part 2. We got the distance from A to C as 60 kilometers. So we have that. So that one is there. So what we are missing is the time taken from A to C. Now what is going to help us to get that time? We will be helped by this statement here. The lorry continued. The lorry did not stop. It continued with the same at the same speed of 45 kilometers per hour. And another thing that is going to help us is that after the stop, the car left town C to A, and it arrived at its destination at the same time as the lorry arrived at B. So it arrived at the same time as the lorry arrived at B. So that tells us that the time taken by the lorry for the whole journey should be equivalent to the total time taken by the car. I'll write it here. Total time by the lorry for the whole journey should be equivalent to the total time by the car for the whole journey. Whether the car stopped or did not stop, that time that was taken by the lorry should be equivalent to the total time taken by the car, because we are given this statement, which is very important, that they arrived at the same time. They arrived at the same time at their respective destinations. So now we can get the total time by the lorry. So time by the lorry. So time by the lorry for the whole journey. How do we get time? We get time by taking distance over the speed. So distance is 160 kilometers, and then the speed of the lorry was 45 kilometers per hour. So this gives 160 divided by 45. This gives 3 and 5 over 9. 3 and 5 over 9 hours. That is the total time taken by the lorry, and that is what is going to guide us, because the car has to spend that time from B to A. It has to spend that. So now already the car has taken 1 hour 20 minutes, and then it has also stopped for 1 hour. We have to calculate this time because we said the time has to be the same for them to arrive at the same time their destinations. So this is a 1 hour and 40 minutes still. So when you add the two, you notice this will give exactly 3 hours. So the car has taken 3 hours so far from B to C, 1 hour 20 minutes. Then resting there or stopping there is 3 hours. So what is remaining? The remaining time will now be the time from C to A. The remaining time will get the total time taken, which is 3 and 5 over 9, then subtract 3 hours taken. So this gives 5 over 9 of an hour. That is the time taken now at this point from C to A. From C to A, that is 5 over 9 of an hour. And that one now gives us an easy time when you're calculating the average speed of the car. So the average speed of the car, you simply come here and say the average speed is given by the distance from C to A, which is 60 kilometers, divided by the time taken, which is 5 over 9 of an hour. This gives 60 times 9 over 5. By 5, 1 by 5, 12. You get 12 times 9, and this gives 108 kilometers per hour. And that is simply how you're supposed to solve that question.